Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your July the 31st, just for today, in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's so good to be with you. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. And remember, you can always leave a comment down below if you want to reach out to me. However, if you would like some more information, reach out to me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. And I shouldn't say some more information. If you want to be more private, reach out to me in the email, okay? All right, the title of today's meditation is Freedom from Active Addiction. Freedom from Active Addiction, July 31st. Narcotics Anonymous offers only one promise, and that is freedom from active addiction, the solution that eluded us for so long. That comes from the basic text, page 106. NA offers no promises other than freedom from active addiction. It is true that some of our members meet with financial success and recovery. They buy nice houses, drive new cars, wear fine clothes, and form beautiful families. These outward signs of prosperity are not the lot of all of our members, however. A great many of us never achieve financial success. This does not necessarily reflect on the quality of our recovery. When we are tempted to compare ourselves to these other, seemingly more affluent members, it is good to remember why we came to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. We came because our lives had fallen down around us. We were emotionally, physically, and spiritually defeated. Our basic text reminds us that in desperation, we sought help from each other in Narcotics Anonymous. We came because we were beaten. For addicts, even one day clean is a miracle. When we remember why we came to Narcotics Anonymous and in what condition we arrived, we realize that material wealth pales in comparison to the spiritual riches we have gained in recovery. Just for today, I have been given a spiritual gift greater than material wealth, my recovery. I will thank the God of my understanding for my freedom from active addiction. Whew, that was good. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. There's a sentence in there, and I'm not quite sure. I think I found it again. There's a sentence in this meditation that really changed my energy. And I don't want to say it changed it to like in a negative way, but it made me a lot more introspective than I was when I started the meditation. Okay. It's this sentence right here that I've highlighted. Our basic text reminds us that in desperation, we sought help from each other in Narcotics Anonymous. We came because we were beaten. Something about that sentence started my mind to think about someone that I know is struggling with the loss of their stepmother. They just passed away, not even a week ago. And when they were sharing about it, uh, it reminded me of when my stepdad passed away. And it reminded me of how at the house, everyone had gotten so exhausted with holding on to every breath that he took. And it started to create this fear that those breaths that he was taking were coming to an end. And the more the people in the family started to contemplate that everything that he represented in our lives was about to come to an end in the physical, the more they retracted into their own selves, the less respondent they became to just general conversation. So by the end of his life, I found myself, as she was sharing, I found myself as being the only one that was sitting up through the night, turning him from side to side. And I think I shared with you that when he passed, because his birthday was just on the 26th, when he passed, I left the house and I went immediately to the meeting place for, for my home group at that time. I went immediately. And that was another moment of desperation where I needed to seek help from you guys. I was beaten and I knew that I needed your support. And so I was thinking about her because there's this meeting that she and I both frequent. And today I just decided, it starts in less than 15 minutes. I decided, no, this is going to actually just be a day that I take care of myself, my family, and my home. I'm not going outside of our unit in order to engage people intentionally. I want for this to be a day where I am just focused on my family, what we need, getting ourselves ready for the next several days. Um, and so I made a conscious decision that I'm not going to that meeting. And then I read this and I remembered how much I needed you guys. And I remember how desperate she was in her last year. And I said, if for no other reason, I might need to do a drive-by, right? Because we don't just become beaten before we get here. There's things that we encounter when we get here that can also erode away at our spirit. And we need to know that Narcotics Anonymous is a safe place to come and to share. It's so important that we rally around each other and offer kind words, right? Hugs, a nod here and there, our undivided attention when someone else is sharing. It's just in the small things. Because when the spirit is that raw from experiencing a hit, the hit could be coming out of active addiction and starting to wake up spiritually, emotionally, physically, right? Um, it could be financial devastation from a divorce. It could be the loss of life. Anytime our spirit is that raw, where we feel beaten, anytime is the right time. However, one of the things that we're here for, right, is to carry the message, the NA message, to the suffering addict. That any addict can stop using, lose the desire to use, and find a new way to live. We offer freedom from active addiction. That's our promise. No other promise. No other promise than freedom from active addiction. And the things that come with that are wide in their range. Today, I want for you to embrace the miracle that you are. Embrace just how much of a miracle you actually are. Compared to your first day to right now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You are such a survivor. We have many, many things that we recover. Some of us go on to do great things in our communities, to own homes, to get jobs, vehicles, have beautiful families, take wonderful vacations. All of that is great, but none of it compares in the magnitude of our freedom that we have received from active addiction. Because that active addiction was coming to take our lives. And many of us contemplated literally taking our lives just to be set free from it and the consequences of it. What a difference a day will make. Yes. So thank the God of your understanding for your freedom from active addiction, and go live your best life today. Have a beautiful day on purpose. My name is Mighty Stream, and I intend to do the same. And I will be talking to you tomorrow.